Take a slow, deep breath, in and out. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your hands fall gently at your sides. Feel the weight of your body resting safely where you are. You are here, calm, safe, present in this moment. Notice the rhythm of your breathing, soft and natural. Like a lullaby, your body already knows. Each breath in brings peace. Each breath out carries away the last bit of tension you no longer need. As you listen, you may notice the sound of silence behind my words, or perhaps the faint hum of the world around you. But all of it blends into a quiet background, just like distant bells tolling in a monastery courtyard, fading slowly into stillness. Your eyes may feel heavy now, or they may simply rest half-closed. But with each word, with each gentle image, you can let yourself sink a little deeper into comfort. And so, our story today begins. The garden gates, it begins with you walking along a cobbled path. The stones cool beneath your feet, your steps slow and unhurried. It is evening in the medieval countryside, the air soft with the hush of twilight. High stone walls rise before you, their gray surfaces touched with ivy and moss, and an old wooden gate, heavy but welcoming, rests slightly ajar. This is the gate to the monastery garden. For centuries, monks have tended the plants inside, each leaf chosen with care, each stem nurtured for healing, for food, and for prayer. You reach out, your hand brushing the wood of the gate. It is worn smooth by many hands before yours, pilgrims and brothers alike, seeking rest in this quiet sanctuary. You push gently, and the gate creaks open, not harshly, but like a sigh of welcome. And as you step inside, you breathe in a fragrance that instantly soothes. Lavender, warm and soft, its scent lingers on the air, curling into your senses like a calming lullaby. Inside the garden is still. The hum of bees floats lazily from patch to patch, their wings like the faint buzzing of a lullaby's string. The air is sweet with sage, thyme, rosemary, plants that have stood here for generations, grown not for decoration, but for care. You walk slowly along the path, lined with stones carefully placed long ago. On your right, you see lavender, tall and purple, its blossoms swaying gently with the evening breeze. On your left, soft thyme carpets the ground, its tiny flowers pale and delicate. And beyond, sage with its broad leaves, gray-green like the fading light of dusk. Monks once believed lavender soothed restless minds. And you notice as you breathe it in, that your thoughts too are beginning to soften, settling like dust after a long day. The gentle breeze brushes your face, carrying scents of rosemary, basil, chamomile, each one weaving a thread of peace. You can almost imagine the monks, moving quietly among the rows, their robes brushing the earth, their whispers lifted into prayer. The monastery's rhythm, a soft sound, reaches you, the faint toll of a distant bell. Not urgent, not loud, just a signal of the hour, marking time in the monastery's calm rhythm. Medieval monks lived by the bell, rising to pray before sunrise, pausing their work in the fields, returning to chant in the chapel, then to sleep and to wake again. Their lives were a pattern, a circle, a rhythm like the one you feel in your breathing now. As you wander further into the garden, you notice the simple wooden benches. Some are worn smooth, as if many had sat here in silence, watching the seasons turn. A place to rest, you sit now, on one of those benches. The wood is cool and sturdy beneath you. The air is filled with the perfume of herbs and the quiet music of bees. Above, the sky deepens into twilight, a single star shimmering faintly. The garden feels timeless, as though it has always been here, and will always remain. Your breathing slows, matching the unhurried rhythm of this place. You feel your heartbeat settle, a calm, steady drum. In the distance, you hear the faint crackle of a hearth as the brothers light their evening fire. You imagine them gathered inside stone walls, bowls of warm broth in their hands, their voices low and kind. But here, in the garden, you are alone, peacefully alone, and the herbs stand like companions, watchful, gentle, cradling you in their fragrance. The whisper of lavender, you lean forward, brushing your hand gently along a stalk of lavender. The blossoms release their fragrance more deeply, filling the air with calm. You recall that in medieval times, lavender was placed in pillows, believed to invite restful sleep and sweet dreams. And perhaps now, as you breathe in, your own mind begins to loosen, untangling thoughts one by one. It is as if each blossom carries a whisper. Rest, rest now. It is safe to rest. The whisper of lavender is not rushed. It is steady, soothing, as though the plant itself has waited centuries just to ease your mind tonight. Your body grows heavier, your mind lighter. You know you may drift at any time, floating between the garden and your dreams. But the story will be here, gentle and steady, whether you listen with eyes open or with eyes closed in sleep. The gentle pathway. You rise slowly from the bench, your body light and unhurried, and you follow a narrow stone path deeper into the garden. The stones are uneven, worn by centuries of footsteps, sandals, boots, and bare feet. Yet each step you take feels steady, safe, familiar. To your right, a cluster of chamomile sways, their small white petals tipped with golden centers, tiny suns glowing in the dimming light. You lean closer. Their scent is apple sweet, warm and soothing. Medieval healers once brewed chamomile into calming teas, believing it eased fevers, soothed stomachs, and guided the restless toward sleep. The monks, too, would gather these blossoms carefully, dry them in the cloister's warm air, and store them in clay jars. Perhaps, on winter nights, a brother would sip chamomile by the fire, letting its warmth carry him into dreams. And now, with each breath, you feel as though you too are sipping that tea. Slowly, calmly, letting warmth spread through you. The fountains murmur. Ahead, you hear the sound of water. A gentle trickle, like the earth itself exhaling. You follow the sound, and there it is. A small stone fountain, its basin filled with clear, cool water. The fountain is simple, carved by hand long ago, but its presence is steady, eternal. A single stream falls from a spout shaped like a lion's head, rippling into the basin below. The sound is rhythmic, like breathing, like the steady pulse of the world. You sit beside it, watching the ripples expand and fade, like circles of thought dissolving into stillness. In medieval monasteries, fountains often symbolized purity, renewal, and the living water of faith. But to you, here and now, this fountain is simply a lullaby in stone and water, inviting you to sink deeper into calm. You dip your fingers lightly into the water. It is cool, refreshing. You bring your hand to your face, and the droplets rest on your skin like dew, soft and clean. The bees hum faintly in the background. The herbs whisper their fragrances, and the fountain keeps speaking, a soft voice of flowing time. The keeper of herbs. As you linger near the fountain, you notice a quiet figure in the distance. A monk, robed in simple brown, tends to the plants with gentle hands. He does not see you at first, for he is focused on a patch of rosemary. He kneels, trimming the leaves with care, his movements slow and reverent. In medieval times, rosemary was thought to sharpen memory. Scholars placed sprigs on their desks while studying, and even brides wove it into their hair, a symbol of remembrance and fidelity. The monk lifts a sprig, brings it to his nose, and closes his eyes as though breathing in wisdom itself. Then he notices you. He does not speak. His life is a life of silence and prayer. But he smiles softly, a smile that says, "Welcome to this place of peace." He sets the rosemary sprig gently on a stone ledge, a gift, and returns to his work, leaving you alone again with the quiet. You pick up the sprig, inhale deeply, and the fragrance stirs your mind, but not sharply, rather like a candle flame, glowing steadily in a dark room, gentle, clear, soothing the cloister shadows. You rise once more, walking slowly toward the edge of the garden where the monastery's stone cloisters stretch. Arched walkways surround the inner square, their shadows long and cool, their pillars worn smooth by time. You step beneath them, your footsteps soft against the stone. Above, the wooden beams creaked faintly, as if whispering the prayers of centuries past. Cloisters were built as places of meditation, their architecture guiding monks in endless circles, walking, praying, reflecting, and then walking again. You, too, Follow the path once, your pace unhurried. The shadows wrap around you like a cloak, cool but comforting. You pause to look through one of the arches, back into the garden, where lavender, sage, and thyme glow faintly in the last light of dusk. It feels as if the herbs, the bees, the fountain, and the cloisters themselves are all breathing with you now. A single rhythm, steady, calm, eternal. As night gathers, you notice a faint glow along the cloister wall. A small lantern has been hung from an iron hook, its flame gentle, dancing in a shield of horn. In medieval times, horn was often used in place of glass, for lanterns thinly scraped, until it became translucent, softening the light into a golden haze. The glow falls onto the path, casting rippling shadows across the stones, like waves of warmth guiding your steps. You walk slowly toward it, each footstep steady, each breath quiet. The lantern sways a little in the breeze, its light moving like the heartbeat of the night. You feel safe in its circle of warmth, as though this one small flame knows you are here, and keeps watch with you. Beyond the lantern's glow, you discover another section of the garden. Here, the herbs are different, less familiar, more mysterious. You kneel beside a patch of valerian, its tiny white flowers glowing pale under the moonlight. Medieval healers once prized this root, believing it could calm nerves and ease sleeplessness. Even soldiers carried it, for comfort before battle. The air around it is subtle, earthy, a little sweet. You breathe in and feel a hush spread through your chest, as though the plant is whispering directly to your heart. Nearby grows hyssop, its purple blossoms sharp against the night. Monks planted it for cleansing, both of body and spirit. You imagine them mixing it into remedies, or sprinkling it in water during rituals of blessing. You touch the leaves lightly, and they release a crisp, green fragrance. It clears your thoughts like a gentle wind sweeping clouds from the sky. This part of the garden feels older, deeper, as if it holds secrets of healing whispered from earth to hand to heart, from heart to dream. As you move on, you notice a doorway at the far end of the cloister. It is half open, and from within comes a warm glow and the faintest scent of parchment. Curious, you step closer and enter the monastery library. Inside, the air is cool and still. Rows of wooden shelves stretch before you, lined with manuscripts bound in leather. Some are cracked with age, others fresh and neat, all written carefully by hand. On one long table lies an open herbal manuscript, its pages illustrated with delicate drawings of plants. Lavender, sage, chamomile, rosemary, painted in soft greens and golds. You trace the shapes with your eyes, noticing how each plant is drawn with reverence, each one labeled with care. Monks in the Middle Ages copied such books by candlelight, believing knowledge itself was a form of devotion. And now, this manuscript rests quietly before you, as if waiting to be read, not with eyes, but with the soul. The scent of parchment blends with the fragrance of herbs still clinging to your hands. It is the scent of wisdom and earth, joined together. At the corner of the library, a hearth burns low. Its fire crackles softly, casting flickering light across the shelves. You sit in a chair beside it, letting the warmth soak into your skin. The fire does not roar, it murmurs, like a friend telling you a secret in hushed tones. The monks might once have gathered here, their robes drawn close, sharing tea brewed from the garden's herbs. While a scribe read aloud passages of scripture or healing remedies, you can almost hear their voices now. Low, steady, a chorus of peace. The fire pops gently, settling deeper into embers. Its glow is steady, a heartbeat of light in the shadowed room. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the warmth blend with the memory of lavender, the whisper of chamomile, the clarity of rosemary. Together, they weave a blanket around you, a blanket of calm. Somewhere in the distance, footsteps echo softly along the monastery wall. A watchman passes with a lantern, the light swaying gently at his side. He does not hurry. There is no danger here, only the duty of keeping watch. In medieval times, monasteries were both sacred places and safe havens. Travelers rested in their guest rooms, pilgrims sought food and water, and villagers found medicine in the monks' herbs. The watchman knows this, and so he circles the grounds slowly, pausing now and then to listen to the quiet. You hear his steps fade into the night, until all that remains is stillness again. The kind of stillness that feels alive, soft, and endless. Though the bees have long gone to their hives, you imagine them resting in clusters, their wings folded, their hum paused until morning. In the Middle Ages, bees were treasured, their wax for candles, their honey for food and healing. The monks cared for them tenderly, believing bees were symbols of community, each working in harmony, each serving the whole. As you imagine the hives tucked away in wooden boxes near the wall, you picture the bees in their own dreamlike stillness, 100 tiny heartbeats resting together. It soothes you to think of them sleeping, and in a way, you feel as if you, too, are part of their hive now. A single heartbeat among many, safe within a greater rhythm. You rise once more, drawn to walk beneath the arches of the cloister again. The moonlight spills through each arch, creating pools of silver across the stone floor. As you step into one, you glow in the light. As you step into the shadow, you vanish into the cool, dark, light, shadow, light, shadow. The rhythm soothes you, like a lullaby of footsteps. The walls around you smell faintly of stone and ivy. Your fingertips brush the rough surface as you walk. It grounds you, anchors you gently to this moment. You pause near a small patch tucked in the corner, a plant with tiny, silvery leaves, known as mugwort. In medieval times, it was believed to invite vivid dreams and to protect travelers on long roads. Some even placed it under their pillows to encourage visions in sleep. You touch the leaves gently. They are soft, fuzzy against your fingertips. For a moment, you imagine tucking a sprig beneath your own pillow tonight to see what dreams it might bring. But even now, standing here in the moonlit garden, you sense its influence, a faint stirring of dreamlike imagery, shapes and colors beginning to drift in your mind. The garden itself feels like a dream, as though it exists between waking and sleeping, between earth and sky, and you. You are exactly where you are meant to be. From the chapel, a faint sound begins, voices low, steady, rising together. The monks are singing their midnight prayers, the Gregorian chant rolling like gentle waves. It is not music for performance. It is music for devotion, for rhythm, for eternity. The sound reaches you in the garden, carried by the night air. Each note is soft, yet powerful, a tone that seems to hum in your very bones. You close your eyes, listening. The chant blends with the fountain's murmur, with the hush of leaves, with the beating of your heart. All of it becomes one single sound. The sound of calm, the sound of rest. You return to the lavender bed once more. The bench welcomes you back, as if it has been waiting. You lie down again, the wooden slats cool and smooth beneath you. Your hands rest softly by your sides, the rosemary sprig still safe in your palm. Lavender bends near your head, its blossoms brushing your temple. The fragrance is deeper now, mixed with the coolness of night. Above, the stars shimmer. But now they no longer call you to look. They simply shine, gentle guardians of your rest. Your breath grows slower, your body sinks heavier. Each word you hear is softer than the last, until the story itself begins to fade into silence. The monk's chant continues in the distance, but now it feels like it belongs to your dream. The fountain whispers still, but its sound is inside you now, a steady current pulling you into sleep. And the herbs, lavender, rosemary, chamomile, mugwort, surround you like a blanket, their scents weaving into your breath, their whispers guiding you deeper, deeper, softer, still. You hover now, between waking and sleeping, between garden and dream. Your thoughts drift like clouds, light and scattered. Your body is weightless and heavy all at once. You are safe here. You are at peace. The hidden garden of herbs will remain around you, whether you listen to every word, or whether you drift into dreams, forgetting all but the feeling of calm. And so you let go, slowly, gently, like the last petal falling from a flower, like the last ember fading to ash, like a soul sighing into rest. The midnight bell has finished its song. The echoes have melted into the air, leaving only silence. a silence that feels full, as if holding you tenderly. In monasteries, silence was sacred. It was called the Great Silence after nightfall, a vow to let words rest, to allow the soul to listen more deeply. And now, you feel that silence wrapping around you. It is not empty, it is alive with stillness, a companion more comforting than any voice. Every sound you might have heard, the wind, the fountain, the distant chant, all of it softens, becoming part of that deeper quiet. The air itself seems to carry layers of fragrance. Lavender is the strongest, but behind it lies thyme, low and earthy. Then chamomile, a sweetness like apples, and rosemary, sharp yet clean, balancing all the others. This is the garden's perfume, a blend the monks once trusted for medicine, for food, for rest. They dried the leaves in bunches, hung them from rafters, stored them in jars. Each herb carried not only healing, but also memory, a connection to earth, to time, to care. As you breathe in now, you feel as though centuries of care are being passed directly into you. Each inhale cradles you deeper into calm. Each exhale lets go of the day. You wonder how many footsteps have crossed these stones before you. Farmers seeking remedies for their families, travelers asking for rest, children holding sprigs of herbs in tiny fists, monks themselves walking slowly with heads bowed, trimming plants with gentle blades. The stones have carried all of them, and now they carry you. It feels as if the memory of every step has softened them, smoothed them, so that your feet rest easily. This is not just a garden of herbs, it is a garden of memory, and tonight you are part of its story. You tilt your head back again. The sky is deep velvet. The stars are scattered bright, each one a candle in the dark. In the Middle Ages, stars were seen as signs, guides for sailors, clocks for farmers, symbols of mystery for scholars. Monks often aligned their prayers with the heavens, believing time on earth echoed time in the sky. You gaze at them now, and they do not feel far away. They feel close, as if they have bent lower to watch over the garden. One star shines brighter than the rest, steady and sure. You let your eyes rest on it, and soon it becomes soft, blurring gently, like a lantern flickering in the distance. Your breath slows to match its glow, in, out, like starlight itself has become your rhythm. Your body grows heavier now. The bench beneath you feels softer, as if it has turned to earth, to moss, to something that embraces you. Your arms are loose at your sides. Your legs are limp, comfortable. Your breath is deep, steady, like the slow sway of branches. Thoughts drift by. A face, a sound, a color, but they do not stay. They pass gently, as though the garden itself is carrying them away for you. You do not need to hold on to anything. Not now, not here. Sleep is not rushing. It is arriving softly, like a friend walking slowly toward you, like a lantern glow spreading across the dark, like lavender blooming in silence. And you welcome it. Before your eyes close fully, you sense the garden itself leaning toward you. The lavender whispers, "Rest." The rosemary murmurs, "Remember only peace." The chamomile sighs, "Drift easily." The mugwort hums, "Dream safely." The fountain keeps time. The stars keep watch. The monk's chant hums in the background. And the garden, this hidden garden of herbs, offers you its blessing. Sleep, child of the earth. Sleep, guest of the night. Sleep, keeper of dreams. And you do. Now close your eyes. Let the garden surround you. Feel the soft earth beneath you, the gentle breeze upon your skin. Imagine the scent of lavender and rosemary, the trickle of a nearby fountain, the distant hum of bees in the abbey ruins. All these sounds, all these sensations weave together into a lullaby for you. And as you listen, you begin to feel the cares of the day slipping away, like water off a stone. Here in the garden, time moves differently. It's measured not in minutes and hours, but in the opening and closing of flowers, the rising and dipping of the sun. It's the time of the earth, the time of the soul. As twilight deepens, the garden's embrace intensifies. You feel its love like the warmth of a mother's hand on your forehead, chasing away the chill of the night. Look around you. What other herbs surround you? What secrets do they hold in their leaves and blossoms? Chamomile, perhaps, with its daisy-like flowers that open to the sun. Lavender, with its fragrant purple spikes. Or rosemary, whose needle-like leaves smell of the sea and the forest. Each herb whispers its wisdom on the breeze. You remember stories from your childhood, tales of brave heroes and magical lands, of fairies dancing in moonlit glades and dragons sleeping in caves of gold. Stories that once seemed so real, so full of wonder, are now a half-remembered dream. And yet, as you listen to the garden's song, you feel that magic stirring within you once more. You are not just a visitor here. You are a part of this place, connected to it by roots that run deeper than you can see. Look up now and breathe deeply. Smell the sweet, spicy fragrance of the night-blooming cereus. See the pale light of the moon filtering through the leaves overhead. Hear the gentle rustle of the wind as it weaves between the branches, singing an ancient song. The song of the earth, the song of the stars, the song of life itself. Let that song fill you. Let it soothe you. Let it carry you home. And when you wake, you will remember the peace of the garden, the solace of the night, the love that surrounds you always. And you will know that you are never truly alone. For you are held in the arms of the earth, cradled by the moon's soft light, carried on the wings of a lullaby. Your breath is so soft now. It is as if the garden breathes for you. Inhale lavender, drifts in. Exhale the night, carries all tension away. The stone bench beneath you feels like cloud. The air feels like velvet. You are half in the waking world, and half in the drifting space between. It is here, in this in-between, that dreams begin to stir not quickly, but like leaves rustling on a branch. Medieval myths of sleep. The monks believed that certain herbs guided the soul gently into slumber. Valerian root was one such plant. Dried and crushed, it carried a strong scent, earthy, pungent, yet soothing to those who inhaled it. Some said it calmed restless thoughts, quieted troubled spirits, and invited the gentlest of dreams. You imagine the plant now, tall with pink blossoms, swaying lightly, its roots deep in the soil, a hidden comfort, waiting quietly to be found. The monks would whisper over it prayers of peace, asking that the herb bless the night. And you feel that blessing now, flowing through your mind, settling it like a hand smoothing wrinkled cloth. The whispering leaves. The garden seems to lean closer again. Leaves rustle, though no wind stirs them. They are whispering, not in words, but in a rhythm you somehow understand. Sleep deeper, sink slower, be safe, be free. You feel the whisper, not only in your ears, but in your skin, your chest, your very bones. The message carries through you, soothing, settling, drawing you down into layers of calm you did not know you had. The candle at the edge of the garden. Somewhere nearby, a candle burns. Its flame dances slowly, not hurried, not rushed. In medieval times, candles were precious. Beeswax candles glowed with a golden purity, while tallow candles flickered more humbly, smoky and simple. The one you see now is beeswax. Its honeyed glow feels alive. It does not pierce, the night it softens it. You gaze at it for a long moment. The flame sways slightly, like a lullaby made of light, and you realize even the flame is drowsy. It too seems ready to dream. In your lap, you notice a small pouch. It is made of linen, stitched by hand. Inside are crushed herbs: lavender, chamomile, sage, valerian. In the Middle Ages, such sachets were tucked beneath pillows as charms for sleep. Some believed they repelled nightmares. Others thought they drew in good spirits. You lift the pouch to your face. Its fragrance is gentle, but layered a tapestry of comfort. You imagine placing it beneath your head, and you sense at once how it cradles not only the body, but the spirit itself. The amulet feels warm, as though carrying centuries of kindness woven into its herbs. The monk's midnight chant. Far off, almost too faint to notice, comes the low hum of chanting. The monks have gathered in the chapel, their voices blending like one. The chant is not sharp, not hurried, it is a wave. It rises and falls, in the same rhythm as your breath. This was their midnight prayer, their offering of peace to the world. And now, You feel it washing over you. Not words, not notes, only vibration. A hum that settles into your bones, resonating with the quiet heartbeat of the night. The garden fades, but only because it has become part of you. It is no longer a place you visit. It is a place you carry inside forever. And with that, you step fully into the dream. Welcome to this sanctuary of slumber. Here the worries of the waking world are left at the garden gate. Prepare yourself, dear seeker, for a journey into the heart of a medieval dream. The silver path carries you gently forward. Your steps are effortless, as though you are floating an inch above the earth. Behind you, the garden hums softly, its fragrance lingering like a cloak around your shoulders. Ahead, the mist opens slowly, revealing a world woven of starlight and memory. This is no ordinary dream. It is shaped by the herbs, by the prayers of monks, by centuries of whispers. It is a medieval dreamscape, gentle and timeless, waiting only for you. The starlit forest. You step first into a forest, but not a dark or fearful one. Its trees glow faintly, their bark silver, their leaves shimmering like moonlit glass. Every branch hums with quiet life. Every root hums with hidden strength. The ground beneath your feet is soft, like moss warmed by memory. And every breath fills your chest with a sweetness, as if the air itself has been steeped in herbs. In the Middle Ages, people believed forests could hold spirits, guardians who whispered guidance to travelers. Here, you feel them, not as voices, but as gentle presences, watching, caring, keeping you safe. The castle in the distance, through the trees, you glimpse towers rising. A castle, its stones pale and glowing beneath the moon. The drawbridge is down, resting quietly over a stream. Torches flicker at the gates, their flames swaying lazily, not in warning, but in welcome. You move closer, and the air smells faintly of wood smoke and bread. It is not a fortress of fear, but of safety, a dream castle built for rest. In medieval times, castles were places of both defense and home, a balance of strength and shelter. And this castle, in your dream, is pure shelter. Its walls hold no weight of battle, only the comfort of belonging. The courtyard of sleep. You cross into the courtyard. Instead of cobblestones, the ground is soft grass, dotted with herbs that glow faintly in the night. Monks tend them silently, but their forms are blurred, like shadows made of kindness. They move gently, sprinkling water, touching leaves, singing faint lullabies in a language too soft to name. At the center of the courtyard stands a great tree. Its trunk is wide, its branches vast. Lanterns hang from it, each one glowing faintly, like a star brought close. You realize each lantern is a dream, and tonight, one of them is yours. In the dream, a river appears before you. No ordinary water, but a stream of starlight, slow and silver, winding through the night. Each ripple is a tiny constellation, drifting, unhurried. When you place your fingertips near its surface, the light kisses your skin like cool silk, and a shimmer of calm spreads through your hand, up your arm, into your chest. You follow the river's edge. It moves soundlessly, like breath, carrying leaves of time and tiny floating lavender blossoms that bob calmly on its surface. They shine faintly as they pass, each one humming a small, soothing tone you feel rather than hear. Guides of the night, walking beside the river, you notice the herb spirits, again gentle companions in this quiet passage. Lavender leads, swaying slowly. Chamomile skips ahead and circles back with a soft laugh like wind through petals. Rosemary walks steady and sure, its presence protective and kind. Valerian keeps to the riverbank, hands clasped, eyes softened like dusk. They guide you, not by words, but by small gestures. A nod toward a glowing stepping stone. A hand lightly pressing your shoulder when the path narrows. A leaf brushed past your cheek that smells like memory and rest. You feel protected. The universe, the garden, and these gentle spirits are all aligned to hold you. Constellations of the past as you move. Constellations rearrange above the great bear curls into a sleeping form. The plow becomes a cradle. Medieval mapmakers once used the stars to tell stories. Now the sky tells one just for you. Scenes of old pilgrims tracing distant roads by starlight. Monks charting the heavens with careful ink drift across the sky like soft frescoes, their edges blurring into silver mist. You do not need to understand every image. You simply watch them pass, and their slow procession rocks you gently, like a hand guiding a small boat. Your breath matches the river's flow, soft in, soft out, steady, endless. The herbal bridges, occasionally, the path crosses the river on little bridges made of woven branches and sprigs. When you step on them, the wood flexes a hair's breadth and sings a note like a bell held underwater, then settles again into silence. Under each bridge, tiny fish-like lights swim, trailing little plumes of rosemary-scented mist. You cross with care and ease. The herb spirits wait on the far side, their faces warm. The bridges remind you that transitions are gentle, moving between waking and sleeping need not be abrupt. It can be measured, lyrical, reverent. A field of soft echoes beyond the river. The landscape opens into a field that feels like a held breath, wide and soft. Instead of grass, a low tapestry of thyme and creeping herbs cushions your steps, each tiny flower pressing like a promise beneath your feet. When you walk through, the herb carpet releases a faint, collective sigh and echo of comfort that travels up your legs and settles into your torso. In the middle of the field stands a circle of stones, smooth and low. You sit among them. Their surfaces are warmed by centuries of sun and moon. They pulse with a slow, grounding energy. You rest your hands on them and feel the slow hum of the earth, steady and deep. The gentle stories of stones, each stone holds a tiny echo, a whisper of someone who once sat where you are. A child laughing, a traveler pausing, a monk pressing a leaf into a book, small things that seem vast when gathered together. You let these whispers flow through you, not as tasks but as gifts, traces of human gentleness offered into the night. You allow a single stone's memory to settle inside someone's hand, smoothing a wrinkled sleeve, a breath released after a day of labor, simple tenderctions that teach you softness. The stone keeps it for you like a secret, and you feel lighter for the sharing. The garden's last embrace now. As you rest, the hidden garden you explored does not vanish. It hovers gently behind your thoughts, like a candle's glow seen through the thin fabric of memory. Every breath you take brings a trace of time, a whisper of lavender, and the soft sweetness of chamomile. It is as though the garden has followed you, folded itself into your chest, into the slow rhythm of your lungs. Each inhalation gathers peace, and each exhalation releases the remnants of the day. The cycle continues, steady, infinite, like the monks who once walked their cloisters in measured steps. The monks chant far away. You hear a faint chant, not loud, not demanding, simply the murmur of voices rising and falling like waves. In medieval monasteries, monks prayed in cycles throughout the day and night, matins, lauds, vespers hours, marked not by urgency, but by rhythm, by repetition, by surrender. The chant in your ears now is wordless, or perhaps in a language older than sleep. It doesn't matter if you understand. What matters is the tone, the lull, the vibration, the way the notes carry your thoughts like fallen leaves upon a current. You are no longer clinging to them, you are floating. Breath like bells, the chant fades, and you hear instead the quiet toll of a single bell. It does not ring harshly, it breathes. Each tone stretches long and smooth, like the slow exhale of the earth itself. In medieval towns, bells told time, called people to prayer, warned of danger, or welcomed celebration. Here, the bell only says, rest, rest, rest. You listen, and with each tone, your body softens further. Your neck loosens, your shoulders slide down, your arms feel weightless, then heavier, then soft as sand. Your legs stretch out, sinking deeper into the mattress. The bell continues, slow and steady, until its sound dissolves into silence, leaving you fully open to peace. The library of sleep as you drift. The garden leads you not to fields or fountains, but to a library, stone walls, high shelves, and soft light. In medieval times, monks copied books by hand, painting letters with gold leaf, curling vines and flowers into the margins. Their work was patient, deliberate, tender. Now, The books on these shelves are not filled with words. They are filled with dreams. Each one holds a single slumbering thought. A meadow where a child plays, a fire where a family gathers, a sky where stars fall in slow arcs. You run your fingertips along the spines, and each touch brings a shimmer of drowsiness, as if the books are lending you their quiet rest. One book glows faintly lavender. You open it, and the pages breathe fragrance into the air. Lavender fields stretching out across the parchment sky. Bees humming along the margins. The scent envelops you, and your eyelids draw heavier. The keeper of dreams at the far end of the library, a robed figure, waits. Not stern, not imposing, gentle, calm, like a monk with no face, only a presence of kindness. They gesture softly toward a chair by the fire. You sit, and the chair cradles you perfectly, as if it were made just for your body. The keeper of dreams does not speak, but places a small cup in your hands. Steam rises herbal tea, perhaps brewed from sage, mint, and a touch of honey. You sip, and warmth spreads through your chest, curling into your stomach, seeping into your limbs. It is not the tea itself, but the act of being cared for, the knowledge that even in dreams, someone tends to your rest. Welcome to this space. My name is Anonymous. I am a psychologist, and I welcome you to this space where we will explore psychology and mental health through the lens of faith. Today we're delving into a guided imagery script designed to lead you into peaceful sleep. It's crafted to help you relax deeply and drift off effortlessly. So find a quiet space, lie down comfortably, and let the script wash over you. The loop of breath, your breath, slow in, slow out. Each inhale, a ribbon of lavender weaving into your lungs. Each exhale, a warm sigh of time, releasing every leftover weight. In, lavender.com. Out, time release. In, lavender.com. Out, time release. This rhythm repeats endlessly, like a monk walking in circles in a cloister, always returning to the same step, always returning to peace. The garden revisited. And again, you are in the garden. The walls rise around you, protective but never confining. Above, the night sky glows faint with stars. Around you, the herbs sway gently in a breeze. Lavender at your left, chamomile at your right, rosemary just behind you, like a watchful friend. Valerian ahead, guiding you. You do not need to move, you only need to be. The garden breathes with you. Its leaves expand as you inhale. Its stems soften as you exhale. Together, you are one breath, one rhythm, one peace. Repeating phrases, softly. Let these phrases fall over you like petals. You are safe. You are calm. You are cared for. You are allowed to rest. Again, you are safe. You are calm. You are cared for. You are allowed to rest. And once more, slower. You are safe. You are calm. You are cared for. You are allowed to rest. These words can cycle as long as you need them. Each time they grow quieter. Each time they sink deeper. The circle path. Now imagine a simple path, a circle of stone, You step onto the first, and it glows faintly gold. You step to the second, and it glows silver. The third, bronze. The fourth, pearl. The path is endless, but not tiring. Each stone supports you completely. Each step carries you not forward, not backward, but deeper into stillness. Round and round you go, but you do not need to walk quickly. Each step is slow, floating, as if time itself is asleep. Every step repeats a thought. Deeper now, another step. Softer now, another. Safer now, another. Resting now. The circle continues until your mind no longer notices where it began. There is only the rhythm, and the rhythm is peace. The bees return. The bees hum, again low, steady, like a lullaby without words. Their wings beat in patterns of 6, the same measure monks once sang in intent. They hover over lavender, over chamomile, over sage, weaving a soft drone that vibrates gently in your chest. Buzz, pause, buzz, pause. The pattern repeats. Your heart slows to match it. Your breath flows with it. The bees are guardians. Their sound fills the silence so you do not feel alone. They keep watch as you rest. They keep hum as you drift. This has been a guided imagery journey designed to lead you into restful sleep. If you found this helpful, share with those who might also benefit. And remember, you can find more resources on our website. Until next time, may you find moments of peace in every part of your day.